Hello everybody, this is St Charles. It is the 19th of May 2025. Going to start with EAAS. This one here we called pretty well last week, didn't we? We said that down here we thought that we were going to get the move to the upside, and indeed we did. As you can see there, we had a big push up to sort of 7.25 pence almost during the week. And for me, hopefully, we can start to, this is probably what I see. I see that's wave one. This is our 2. Hopefully this is our 3, and we can push up to there, have a bit of a pullback, and then a wave 5, and break this sort of prior high here, breaking a hold above sort of 8.5 pence. Should bring us into this red box zone up here, 11.15 to 13.15 pence. So super cool. There we go. CRTA is my next one, and this one, again, is pretty spot on, wasn't it? We called it from down here. We said that we thought we'd see trading into this red box zone, and indeed we did during the course of the week. So that absolutely spot on. I still think, we've got to sort of attack the top of this box here at 44.5 pence. I'll just get rid of that. But, I think what might happen here is, and it is a bit of a guess. I mean, probably a tag up to there, a bit of a pullback, and then another wave higher, hopefully. And we can attack this sort of 63 to 75.6 pence level over the coming session. So CRTA, another great call. Next one I'm going to do is Fab, and this one here, I've got that blue box reversal zone, and it's sort of held, it sort of dropped a little bit outside of it, but it's held, so pretty happy with that. As you can see on Friday, we sort of attacked the top of the box. I think the bulls are stepping in here. The RSI is over 50. That's a really good sign. MACD is turning up. I think this is getting good to go. I think we need to break this trend line, which down here. So I think we kind of close above that, really, haven't we? It depends how you draw your trend lines, but I think here we could be seeing a push on, so breaking a hold above that trend line. Hopefully that's the start of the next wave higher, and we can break this prior high here at sort of 10.5p. Let's say breaking, if we hold above 10.5 pence, that's going to trigger this red box zone up here at 13.5 to 16 pence. So an awful lot of return in Fab. Worth doing some research. CGNR is my next one, and just fire this one up. And this one, it's a bit of a chart request, but it's good. It's in a blue box reversal zone within a bigger long-term reversal zone, which I've made as a grade box. But it does go all the way down to fractions of a penny. So that's not so good. But, if we can break a hold above this sort of 4.06 pence, I think we'll be on for attacking the top of that box at 5.85. And then hopefully, that's sort of then the start of a bullish run for the stock. And it's been an awful decline since 48 pence. So, it could go anywhere really. But it's probably the obvious play there is the gap at 6p, actually. Just sort of missed that. But so, top of that box there, 5.85, fill the gap at 6. That's, I think, where the traders are going to sort of exit. Then it might be worth reassessing and seeing what's happening there. So that is CGNR, worth having a look, seeing what's going on. Zen is my next one, ZEN. And just get that one up. Really interesting one, this. I thought we were going to see a bit more downside. We didn't, but, it's sort of pushed up here. If we can break and hold, I think a close above 12 pence is going to bring us to this red box zone up here, and I'll make that bigger so you can see it at 17.5 up to 20.4. However, or we could see something, I've no idea about the company, so it depends what news is due. But we could see just a tag of that box, a bit more downside. But I still think overall there's going to be more upside in this one. So I think at some stage or another that we're going to break that prior high there to sort of 12 pence, and I think we're going to see this red box attacked at 17.5 to 20 pence level. So Zed, worth doing some research, and it could well break out this week. So who knows? But fingers crossed for holders. Next one I'm going to do is CYK, and just get this one up. And this one here, I don't think I've covered this one off, but I've got a blue box reversal zone down here at 2.03 pence, goes down to 1p, but, it's sort of looking pretty good. I think if you can get an entry around that level, I think that should be good for a run up, assuming that the company's pretty good. Obviously, it had been a terrible decline since about 8.25 pence. So worth doing some research, seeing what news is going to be due on that, seeing, the reason for the decline, and doing some, big research on it, but for me, from a charter's perspective, I'd expect at least a 3-wave bounce. If we get a 1, 2, 3 up to sort of 5.25 pence, that's still a bagger, isn't it? So that's very good. But hopefully it can go on to sort of attack that prior high at 8 pence. That'd be even fun, even better for holders, wouldn't it? But there you go. CYK. We're doing some research. AET is my next one. And we've covered this one off a few times. Let's just see what's happening. There we go. So we had that blue box reversal zone down here. I think we gave that back up here. So we gave that around 44 pence level. So 34.9 was correct. That was a correct call. So we've had a good response from the bulls. So for me, I think that there's still an incomplete sequence here. I think we're going to break this prior high, sort of hold above sort of 60 and a quarter pence, 60.5, something like that. It's going to bring us into this red box zone here at 69.4 to 81 pence. But whether or not we started that now, I don't know. But certainly that blue box reversal zone was the place to be loading up. So we could just see some 1, 2, 3 to sort of attack the top there, and then hopefully get a 3, 4, 5 into that red box zone there. So AET, well done holders, and we'll keep a track of that one over the coming weeks. Next we're going to do is JLP, and this one here is one we gave again in a blue box reversal zone, which indeed we gave that sort of down here at 2.25 pence. Now it's sitting at 3.7. It's sort of attacked the top of my box there, which is really good. I want to see a break and a hold above that, and then hopefully that will then trigger the bulls to step in. And our first target there would be 4.35 up to 4.79 pence, that red box, and then hopefully we can start to address this upper box here at 8.74 to 9.9. But let's get to that first red box and then reassess the situation. Next one I'm going to do is THX, because I think this is really interesting. It's had a 3-wave pullback here. This is one where we gave this this grey box zone here, which was more following the TSX, but we won't go into that. View my other podcasts on that. But we had a 3-wave pullback in gold, and we've had a 3-wave pullback in THX. As you can see there, that's pretty clear. It doesn't get more obvious than that. But and into that blue box reversal zone at 28.3 to 26.6. And I think that we're going to, we could. I think gold's going to head higher. THX, in theory, should head higher as well. So I think we're going to smash this prior high. I think we only need to really close above 35 pence to trigger this upper red box here at 39.3 to 42.8 pence. So that is THX. It's a good return, and that is 25%. If gold can fire up, it should be pretty quick. There we go. KDNC is my next one, and just get that one up. This one here, I haven't covered this one off for a while, I don't think, but I had a blue box reversal zone here at 1.69 down, it goes down to fractions of a penny, but hopefully that doesn't come into play. But for me, the first obvious point of call there is 2.61. Which is a gap play again, and I think that's where the traders are going to exit. But then we can just reassess the situation. We've got a top of a longer-term reversal zone here at 5.92, so that would sort of be my next point of call. But let's see how we get on with filling that gap first down there. So that is KDNC. Gap play, 2.6 pence. Next one I'm going to do is OMG, and just get that one up. Oxford Metrics. And this one, again, we called that, didn't we? Gave it at the bottom of the box there at 50p. Now sitting at 62.4. Another great call. But, I think there's a gap play there at 74.8. So still more upside in that one. And then hopefully, I think because we're in a blue box reversal zone, then it's a strong reversal zone. So, we're only really in a wave 1. And so, probably fill that gap 2, and then at least the 3, in my opinion. So just get rid of that to show that properly. But that's where I sort of probably see that one playing out, but we'll keep an eye on that one again. So MAI is my next one, Maintel Holdings. And this one isn't very sexy from an investor's perspective. The volumes aren't great on it, but my blue box reversal zone worked spot on again, didn't it? I didn't think it was going to drop below 220. It did, not for very long. And now we're sort of trading up to 250 pence. I think, breaking a hold above this 280 pence level is, as I said before, going to bring us into this red box zone at 420 to 476 pence. It's not really talked about anywhere. There's not much in form of interviews from the company, sadly. But it'd be nice to hear what's going on. It's got big revenues. It's tech. But yeah, there you go. MAI. Worth doing some research, see what's going on. And it's tiny free float as well. I think it's about 70% of the company is tied up in TR1 holders. So worth doing some research on that one. GDR is my next one, and this one here is I've got a blue box reversal zone down here at 1.318 pence down to basically a penny. I just look at that. I don't have. I've got divergence there on the MACD. It's normally a bit of a good sign, but I think we should see a three-wave bounce at some point from somewhere within that blue box. So worth doing some research, seeing what's going on, because it's one of those that goes on massive runs. And I've got a red box up here at 5.53. I think it'd be slightly lower than that. Probably, if we went to 5 pence, it's 3-4 bags, isn't it? So, GDR, worth putting on your watch list. Do some research before you make an entry, but you're worth having a look. Next one I'm going to do is OMI, and just get that one up. And for me, this one here, I'm going to be a bit bearish on the stock for unusual. I think we're going to sort of break this low here. I think we're going to head into this red box zone here at 8.52. But then we're going to see the bulls step in, and we're going to fire up to this red box zone here at 16.45 to 18.9. So this is my preferred route. Not saying it's going to happen, but from a technical perspective, this is how I'd like to see it play out. I'd like to see more downside, and then sort of tag the top of that box, and then we can make a move for that red box there. Once we've broken this prior high, so sort of like breaking the whole about 3/4 pence, should bring us up to 16.45 to 18.9 pence. So if we can get an entry around the 8.52, that's going to be a great return for our money. Next we're going to do is Lex, L-E-X, and just get this one up. And this one is pretty much in the blue box reversal zone as well at 3.14 pence. I think that's got an incomplete sequence. I think that we're going to head higher. I don't have another red box, but I think we should be heading up to about 5.25 pence, something like that. So, we've had a nice bounce up there. We've had a nice three-wave correction. It's looking pretty good. So just need to check what's going on with the company, because ideally we need some news or something positive. Some sort of sentiment to get the market interested, and we can get another three-wave bounce to the upside, break that prior high, and I think we're just attacking 5.5 pence. So LEX, worth doing some research. XLM is my next one and my last one for today. And this one, again, that's a really nice correction. I'm not going to go into it, but I've got a blue box reversal zone down here at 6.16 pence. As you can see, if we say you've got some big wick-off candles there, so that's a good sign. You've obviously got a big wick-off candle there to the downside, but I'm more interested in these wick-off candles down here. That means that buyers are mopping up those sales at that 6 pence level. So, and for me, as I normally say, I'd expect at least a three-wave bounce to the upside. Need to research the company. If it went to 10p, that's a pretty good return on money. But if we can smash this prior high here, I don't have another target, but we're going to be probably tacking sort of 14 pence. So that's another bagger at least, isn't it? Oh, goodness me. The same market. It's killing me. There you go. Have a great day's trading, everybody, and back again soon.